Shemai Bob, hello everyone, Jason Shepherd here from the Learn Welsh podcast, and I found this article online which I thought would be interesting. It lists loads of interesting things and it's called All the Things Only People Raised by Valley Mams Will Know. Now, I can relate to this. I wasn't born in the valleys, but I was born in a small town 9 miles outside Swansea, at least that's where I was brought up. And it's a little tiny town, very similar to the valleys. We weren't that far from the valleys, but a similar kind of town, and I think I'm going to relate to this. So let's have a look at the list and let's see what it says. So first of all, it says, all the things only people raised by valley mams will know. They are the centre of the family and the backbone of the community. By the way, my iPad is here if you're wondering why I keep looking to the corner. I'm just looking at the list, of course. Now, being raised by a valley's mum is an absolute privilege, it says. They are strong matriarchs who have kept their homes, streets and villages going for centuries. And being from the valleys, there are certain aspects of their character that cannot be found anywhere else. I'm not sure that's true, but, small towns in Wales, South Wales, very similar, I think. We're about to find out. These are all the things only people raised by valley mums, nans and aunties will know. Number 1. Your mum will clean the pavement outside the house just as good as she does the living room floor. Yes, back in the 80s, my mum, not so much, but my nan, my mum Guy, she used to scrub the pavement outside the house, make sure it was all nice and clean. Number 2, your mum will refuse to put the heating on before October half term and after the Easter holidays. Number 3 goes with this. She will then proceed to tell you to put a jumper on when you complain you are cold. I remember this as a little boy, 8, 9, 10. Mum, I'd say, Mum, I'm cold. Because it was getting towards winter. She'd say, no. We're not putting the heating on. Put a jumper on, you'll be fine. Or go outside and play. Put a jumper on, put a coat on. Go outside and have a play. You'll be fine. You'll warm up. Heating on before a certain time? Nope, not at all. Number 4. You will always have at least one plate in your kitchen cupboard that belongs to your nan, Mamgi. And no matter how many times you return them, they'll always end up back there. Yes, now normally my grandmother, my Mamgi as I would call her, would make a cake or some Welsh cakes, bring them over on a plate with a bit of cling film on it or foil, and then we'd keep the plate until the cake was finished, and then it would go back to Mamgi, and then the same plate would come back. Number 5, you never have to go a Sunday without having a cooked dinner, and there's always one to be had at your nan, your mum's or Bopa's house. I don't know what Bopa means, but some kind of grandparent, I don't know. Anyway, yes, there was always a Sunday dinner. Didn't matter. Sometimes we'd have it in ours, and all the family would come to us. And sometimes we'd go to Mam Guy's, or I'd go to my dad's mother, my nan's house, and we'd have a dinner there. But it always would be a Sunday lunch somewhere. Proper Sunday lunch. Nice bit of beef or lamb, pork, lovely vegetables, some roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, bit of gravy. Beautiful. Number 6, no one makes a Welsh cake quite as good as your nan or Mam Guy. My Mam Guy always made the best Welsh cakes. My mum was at second, but my Mam Guy always made wonderful Welsh cakes. She had the old baking stone out there, and sometimes I'd be in the house when she's cooking them. And that means as soon as they're done, she'd give you a nice hot Welsh cake. And there's nothing like hot, fresh Welsh cakes. Beautiful. Number 7, there is only one way to peg clothes, on the line. Yes. The old tumble dryer was not used as often back then. They had them, with a big funnel that goes outside the window. But, it wasn't such a big thing. Always, I think it's slightly dry. Yeah, the rain, it's only raining slightly. Out go the clothes, out go the washing. Number 8. This is true. You have at least 10 aunties and are unsure which ones are actually related to you. back in the day? Yeah, definitely. Definitely everybody was an auntie. All your mum's friends, aunties. All your grand's friends, or your mum's friends, aunties. All your aunties, aunties. It took a while to work out which were actually your aunties and which weren't. Number 9. Nothing instills the living fear into you more than hearing your mum call your full name. Yes. Yes, she'd say, now Jason Shepherd, now come here, and she'd add this, my good boy, now come here, my good boy, and then you'd go, oh no, what have I done? You'd want to run out the door because she was angry. Jason Shepherd, come here, my good boy. Woof, out the door, if you could. The baby of the family is always the last person born in your family. True. And your 20-year-old cousin won't lose the nickname until the next generation starts to come along. Not in my family, but I have heard of that. Number 11, you can't walk around the valley with your mum, without her stopping to talk to at least 5 different people. Oh, we just go 10 minutes up the road, go to Quick Save, get a few goods, come home. No. Hour and a half, every 5 seconds, Mum would stop, chat to somebody, and then we just start going again up the road, and another person would come out. And it was no better with Mum Gee. No better, because she's just as bad. Actually, she knew more people because she was older, and she knew more people in the town, so she'd be stopping even more. Oh, as a little boy, just standing there with your Mum Gee or your mum is having a conversation, it's very, very draining. You just want to go and play. You want to run about. You want to walk about. Not the best. Number 12, your nan is the only person who can say, oh, you've put weight on since the last time I saw you, without upsetting you. Yes, because she would say it in a friendly way, as if, wow, look at you, you've put weight on. How fantastic is that? And your auntie will whisper to your mum that you are looking a bit thin, before proceeding to offer you cake and tea with 3 sugars. My auntie would not whisper that. My auntie would say to me, oh, are they not feeding you at home? And she'd bring out a big plate of cakes. So you don't mind them saying that you look a bit thin if they bring out a big, big plate of cakes. And I was very, very thin when I was young. I ate and ate and ate, you know, they fed me well, but I was just so energetic. I'd run about the place and I'd lose all the weight very quickly. So yes, every time you go to an auntie's house, they'd be feeding you up. Your baby will have an endless supply of frilly knitted cardigans and bonnets. Yes. I know in the family you'd see this. As soon as a baby was being born, or about, somebody was pregnant, all the aunties in the network, in the family network would go, oh, I'm going to do a bonnet, or I'm going to do a little booties, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And they'd all be knitting away there. Knit, like that. Number 15, your mum has kept every birthday card you've ever received from the age of 1. Yes, every birthday card I've received, everyone she received, and all the family pretty much. There's a big box of them. My grandmother, my Mum Gee did the same thing. Number 16, no one can peel a potato better than your mum. Yeah, she's pretty good. Mum Gee is the best at peeling potatoes, but Mum, not far off. Number 17, you can't go far with your mum, nan or auntie without them bumping into someone they used to work with down the factory. Yes, my grandmother, my Mum Gee in this case, she used to work in the factory years ago. They did the pickled onions, and she also did the crisps. What do you call them in America? I've forgotten. It's just gone. Chips, yeah. So the crisps that she did were the salt and shake style crisps. So they'd have these big vats of sliced potato, and they'd have to sort of stir them or shake them or whatever they did. And she used to work there. And so all through my childhood, we'd stop and somebody'd say, hello, Merc. Myrtle is my grandmother. Hello, Merc. They used to shorten it. Hello. I haven't seen you since we worked in the factory 30 years ago. And then that would happen quite often. She'd see lots of people she knew. Number 18. Your mum will give you a telling off if you ever refer to her as mum. Well, I was brought up calling my mother mum. And it was only when I started learning Welsh that I decided, no, I don't want to call her mum, I want to call her mam. And the same with Mam Gi, she was gran, and learning Welsh, I then decided at that point, many years ago now, that I was going to call her Mam Gi, which she preferred because she is first language Welsh speaker. That sounded weird. She's a first language Welsh speaker, my Mam Gi, and it didn't get passed on to my mum. And I think I've mentioned the story before, so I won't go into it now. So there was a gap there, so I wasn't brought up with it, sadly. So I had to go back and learn it. Number 19, I think this is the last one. There are no such things as hugs in the Valley's household. No. Only a ewtch from your mum. Yes, of course we use the word hug, but it was always special when you're a little boy. Oh, you've hurt your knee, come and have a ewtch with your mum, or come and have a ewtch with your Mam Gi, and make it better. So yes, I have great memories of most of these things. I was not a Valley's child, but it seems to me that being born in a small little South Wales town is very similar to the Valleys. Very similar, it seems, because all of these things, except for maybe one or two, definitely happened to me as a child. And this helped me to reminisce. Now, if you are from the Valleys or a little small town or village in Wales, let me know if any of these things happened to you when you were a child. And it'll be interesting to see if we had similar childhoods in all the different parts of Wales. Because I get a feeling this didn't just happen in the Valleys and in southwest Wales, but happened maybe in lots of parts of Wales. Well, I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed looking at this subject. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. If you would like to see more of these videos, why not subscribe? And if you'd like to see all of our videos when they come out, click the little bell. Now, I got to thank you once again for all of your support. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very, very, very much. We really appreciate it. You are helping to keep this channel going. It's a big thank you. Diolch yn fawr. If you want to support us and you're not, and you think, hey, I'd like to support Jason, then what you can do is you can go to the Learn Welsh Podcast Club and you can join us there, learnwelshpodcast.co.uk, or you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/learnwelsh. Either way, you'll get lots and lots of extra materials for your support. You'll get videos early, you'll get extra videos, you'll get extra learning materials, and lots more. Well, it's time for me to go. It's been great today, really reminiscing, looking down memory lane. But it's time for me to go. So I shall see you soon. Hwyl fawr. Bye.